Time to figure out what's on this thing.
Yo, we are trying out this Inscryption game. Saw Voxy playing it on stream, and I watched like a quick Let's Play on YouTube while I was having dinner about an hour ago, and you know what? I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna kind of speed through the tutorial because I literally just watched somebody play it. Um, but yeah, uh, seems good. It has a resource system that rope burn. Try for 8 months. Holy shit! Can't even believe I've been streaming for 8 months. Good to see you. Thank you very much. Did that pop up? I hope it did. Like it. Oh no. Okay. Fucking studio mode. Um, studio mode means so like uh, I should a little bit back into the game. All right. So like you use W and S to switch between these. Um, so um, I think Yu-Gi-Oh actually played like this, where you sacrifice creatures, the more powerful creatures, to get other creatures out, like pretty much as a rule. Like I know it can happen in Magic, um, but that's like how it works. The blood is how many creatures they cost. So you play your little free creatures, and you're trying to tip the scales in your favor. So almost like coming from Magic. Uh, I think you both start with 5 life. 1, 2, or 5. Yeah, everybody has a life link. That makes sense. So, well, when you hit players, you have lifelink, I guess. Um, and they don't deal damage to each other at the same time, like in Magic combat. Like on their turn, they deal damage. On my turn, I deal damage. Um, so we're gonna get a squirrel. We actually, I mean, this is a tutorial, so it doesn't matter. I can just like end it right here. Fine. Um, I mean, I think that was just the correct play, like tutorial or not, and that may be why they made him say that. So you see, we sacrificed 2 squirrels because he got 2 blood. Putting the fate. Oh. Put a weight on the scale for every damage. Let me recall your story. Oh, yes. You were lost deep in the forest. This is... Whoop. Single path revealed itself. I scrolled up and that happened. I don't know if this is my deck or what, but... Single path revealed itself, so we're gonna go here. 2 denizens of the forest approached you tentatively. Adder, the caustic adder. Damage from its poison bite is always lethal. And let me lower this a bit. I can see I'm like eating with it, although it's probably nice. And a cat. Sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. We're gonna go with the cat. It's 3 mana, right? Other creature joins your caravan. So is this my caravan? Yes, it is. Okay. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in a bottle, break in case of emergency. And have a second. Another useful implement will allow you to tip the scales with it. So you pull out your put it on the scale. That's the joke. Much as I can carry. We're gonna keep going. Ambushed while crossing some rough terrain, which is what these boulders and stumps are. Goat is talking to me. You saw my girlfriend's in the corner. You saw remember the stoat was like, I can't believe you sacrificed me? I didn't sacrifice him. So he was like, oh wow, you didn't sacrifice me? You'll help me. So yeah, it's different. Was I not clear? You can play a squirrel and sacrifice it in the same turn. I'm aware of that. Did I pass the turn? I didn't mean to pass the turn. Apparently I did. I would have put that cat out. Let's just, I think we can empty our whole hand here. Or was he just mad because I didn't put the squirrel where he wanted me? Oh, wait. Okay. I think W might pass the turn. No. I don't know what happened. So we could do this. Here. This. It there. And this bat's gonna attack us, but that's fine. So we ring the bell and we pass the turn. How am I? Friday night party. I'm doing good, sugar. Somebody, though, is rudely sneezing. Airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. Oh, so he's not going to attack me, but my stoat will attack that. So we have plenty of creatures. I think we do want to play this wolf. So we'll sack the snapper and the cat. I didn't read what he said. I should have. Said something like something. Check out what we got in our deck. Guess I should have known it was a wolf. I mean, we're still winning this, right? Because we're doing more damage per turn than they are. So that's fine. Then we draw a squirrel, play a squirrel. We come back, sacrifice the cat and squirrel. They go to 4. They got nothing. But this is a tutorial, right? I don't think this is gonna be that. Oh, I have to draw? I mean, obviously you want to draw every turn, so it's good that they force you. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloodied terrain. So the second part of this game, right now, very much like Slay the Spire, it's a deck building thing. think I want cheap creatures, so I'm gonna take this sparrow. But there's like a second part of the game that is like an escape the room type thing, and I think that's gonna be the interesting part. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. Well, I like the cat. Give them the sparrow. Hard bearing the sigil, strike an opponent directly, even if there's a creature opposing it. So, yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna transport this sigil onto to another body. We're gonna do it on the stoat because he said pick me. Oh, I like that. Oh wait, so I have to right click. What's going on? I mean, it's probably better to have a flying wolf, to be perfectly honest. But a flying one, yeah, no, you definitely want to. Not picking this note. I don't care what he's. A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the sparrow now lives in the wolf. I like the aesthetic of this game. Like, really good. Also, that's half the reason I'm wearing a hood. Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. My canines have the airborne sigil too. He's completely insane. See that, right? Don't care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Got some Animal Crossing noises. This is the new Animal Crossing update, in case you didn't know. Wants to watch the stoat suffer. All right. So, what does this guy got? He's got a flying coyote and a flying bat. They're the same card. So, I'm going to attack, and it's going to not... They're going to fly over me, basically, and hit me for 4, no matter what I do. So, like... I am going to... I can wait, or I can actually just play all this out in one turn. But I think I'm going to wait. Because they're not going to attack me this turn. Let's just wait. I think that's right. So the way it works is they'll move up from the back row. Oh, they do attack me this turn. I guess I was wrong. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to get to attack and kill one guy. And I'll have to break the squirrel bottle for the other one. Yeah. All right. So I think this is the only way to not die. So let's sacrifice, put that down, sacrifice, put that down, back on the board. Then pass the turn. Oh, we don't kill the bat. Okay. I guess that's probably for the best, actually, because it's a net positive. Although, why don't we kill the bat? Does his totem say only when they attack? Is that what it says? I don't know. Because the stoat killed this guy, but the wolf, because the wolf flies. Ah, okay. So 2 flying creatures don't actually meet each other in the air. That's good to know. Had I known that, that probably was the play in the first place. So, I think we're doing fine. And I guess just to do a lot of damage, I'm going to sacrifice the stoat. And, Wolf Cub is going to come forward and attack over me. And I'll kill it. So, this will be fine. Ring the bell. You're 2 damage away from winning. Now I'm not. Well, I guess we might as well draw this guy, the cat. We're not going to play the cat. We're just going to ring the bell. Hit him for 3. We'll grab a squirrel, play the cat. And then ring the bell. Do 6. And I guess that was enough. I'm not good at reading the scale yet. Impressive. You may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. Probably pretty loud. Flighty elk. It moves after attacking. The monstrous grizzly. Form speaks enough of its efficacy. The reviled skunk. Its stench reduces the strength of the enemy, yet it has no strength. I still want cheap things. Better to be able to play cards than not play cards. So let's grab the skunk. Get some more tricks. There's a fire. I keep doing that and not meaning to. There's a fire and whatever this thing is. Looks like another altar. I kind of want to turn that skunk into something else. Like put that thing's soul in another thing's body. So yeah, let's do that. Skunk ability. Although making the cat in something else's body is good too, but yeah, I think that's fine. It's me, the stoat. Oh, I kind of like the cat being like, although the stoat will eventually nibble through a guy. I also like that the stoat has a personality. Although putting it on the river snapper, like, they're actually all good choices. That's the thing. I think a mox that a mox that also reduces your opponent's attack has got to be good, right? Looks like a fight. There's a way out for both of us. Somewhere in this foul cabin, beside, I will tear you to shreds. And that's the escape the room part. I have seen no spoilers of that part. Pharaoh and Grizzly, damn. So I could just like set up my flying wolf in this Grizzly thing. Oh no, the Grizzly will kill my wolf. So I could just set up the wolf and the sparrow there and they just never touch each other. I think the thing to do is to Spot, you sure? I am sure. About to take a bajillion damage. You just die here? Is there like any way around this? Guess if I put the river snapper, it will hold this guy off. Although if I take one more damage, I'm dead. So I have to do this. Because this just blocks my whole thing. Yeah. I guess ideally I would not have even played this. No, I would be dead had I not played the stoat last turn. Okay, well. There you go, buddy. Come over here. And then we can't play that. Can't play that. I think I need to pull out my tooth. Ugh, so gross. Well-earned point of damage. I didn't think you would really do it. He just likes torturing people. Alright, and then next turn we'll draw a squirrel and put a wolf. Wolf actually not that good. I just take 4 here? I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead no matter what I do. Because this flies right over. Can't really play nothing though, can I? Then I take 4 damage. So... dead. Oh, I was supposed to, because I can't play 2 squirrels because the... Oh no, I had the room. Oh well. I don't think I win this fight either way. I think I was gonna die no matter what. You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity, the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel. Okay, so A and D turn 90 degrees, and then so it's like that is the barrel. There's a lot of stuff in this room, and I'm pretty positive you can't interact meaningfully with any of it. Like, I can turn that. Did it? Go. If it's a cuckoo clock, then make them 12 then, right? But apparently that's not what clocks in. Now sit back down. Sat. Let me explain something. That was one of the 2 here. You make another, I must sacrifice. Now where were we? Game. Backpack or fire? In Slay the Spire, fire is rest. But backpack is like getting more powerful, so let's get more powerful. I mean, that's the only thing I got to go on. A raven, a proud wolf, and a skunk. I mean, the flying creatures are like basically just like gaining life every turn. How much do you reduce? Creature opposing a card bearing the sigil loses 1 power. That's not very good. Like, I do like a cheap creature, but I also like permanently gaining life in some lane. So let's do that. A rock may get you out of a hard place. Good. It's like a blocker. This is 1 damage. Sure. Its bleeding yields 3 blood if you can ignore the bleeding. Ooh. That's what I want. I don't have any grizzlies, but like, that's powerful. Oh my god, that's Dark Ritual, dude. Free. It's a Black Lotus. Feeling overburdened enough with a full 3 items, you carry on. Okay. Backpacks are good. Oh shit. The trees seemed to close in around you as chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. Hobbled figures stood in your path. Hee-haw! Was the prospector. He's doing the prospector again. Easy boss, the mule's key. Let's kill that fucking mule. So that's the mule. And Sprinter. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil, not even on the sigil. Inscribed. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Because why not do that? So this goat or this pack mule is going to be stuck because the coyote is to its right. So we can just put a wolf out there that kills it. Oh, you have to play something to put the goat out first. So it is more like a Dark Ritual than a Black Lotus. Okay. So we goat. And then I guess we cat. Because the cat's free. Put the cat out of the way. And then we should have a whole bunch more blood, right? So I should be able to just... Oh no. Oh, I fucked up. So you don't float mana. You just... You don't float mana. Okay, well, we learned. I think, given that this is a boss, I'm just gonna... Well, I guess I'll use this squirrel in a bottle, right? I could have already put the wolf out I didn't have to do it this way. I messed up. Although we would have just had the stoat in hand instead of using our squirrel in the bottle. But it actually comes out the same. We didn't even mess up that bad, but we did mess up. Something unexpected happened. So... because our board's full, I think I'm going to take this. The Raven. Quoth the Raven. Can I put something there? I don't think so, because it's facing the other direction. So I think we just tap tap on the bell. So our stoat is dead. Get the squirrel so we can play this Raven. Wow, these booms are like really loud. I'm gonna lower that tiny bit. Can't imagine that that's good for you. Cat and squirrel. Put it right there. And then we'll bop the bell. And we kill the pack mule, and he gives us 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 cards. Dagnabbit, my mule. Did I neglect to mention overkill damage? Yes. Excess damage is not wasted. It carries over to the card behind the mangled corpse of the victim, so I trampled them. Lucky for me. Yeah, it is lucky for me. And I just extinguished an eye. I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. There's gold in them cards. He's turning my cards into gold. Which, is there a way I can use it? Gold. I've struck gold. You can't sacrifice gold. It's just rocks, I assume. This is like, can't be a positive, or at least not one that I can take advantage of. So I'm gonna grab a squirrel, and we're just gonna like try to power up. You're out of space. There's no room. Yep, that's what I thought. Now they have a wolf. Let's keep powering up. Yeah. If we can get something with 3 power in front of that wolf would be good, or 2 power, but okay, I guess the adder will be good enough. So the adder costs 2 blood, so we can play squirrel, adder, and then we have 1 more squirrel, so we can actually play the bullfrog or the skunk. The skunk, I think, is the best play, because it will remain on the board for a little bit and we can sacrifice it later. This will be a 1/3. We'll have some turns to deal with that. Serpent, perhaps more deadly than a man. It's true. The serpent destroyed the Garden of Eden without even trying. We don't have any space for the time being. We have an extra thing already, so we'll take this. I don't think anything in my deck costs that much. I don't think I have, like, I didn't pick the Grizzly, so I don't think I have any 3 blood cards. So now we can take the squirrel. And we can do this. And we can cash in this skunk. Right here. And we're even right now, so it's like not a huge deal that I'm about to get hit for 2. Guess I draw this card. My flying wolf. So, I mean, the wolf is gonna get attacked by this thing, so it's like not even like we want it there. That ain't good. Yeah, I can. Is there a way to win this puzzle? Because this is gonna kill my wolf. If I sacrifice both of them, then whatever. I guess I'm just gonna deal 2 damage, but I have no cards left in my deck. Do you understand? Only one. He thought I was trying to draw 2 cards. He looks like he's about to hit me with this thing. I guess I could put the goat in the way if I wanted. I could also, if I play the wolf. Nah, I wish this was a regular wolf. I regret ever charging that up. All right, let's just hit the button. And now my hope is to I play the squirrel. And then I guess I just sacrifice these 2. Play the wolf. Hit the dude for 4. Although I can sacrifice this adder and hit him for 3. And he'll kill my wolf. But do I win that race? I might win that race. I think I win. Oh, I was supposed to put this in front of the wolf. Because if I don't win, then... Whoops. But I do win. Nice. That was a puzzle. We got there. Allow me to light your candles once more. I won't be killing you quite yet. Well, that's good. Miner's Bane. You're the first in a while to overcome a boss. As a reward, you are granted an opportunity to select a rare card. I'm going to put the rare cards on the screen and be right back. All right, we're back. I put the rare cards on the screen, but upside down. What does that say? Ureyuli? This level of brutish strength needs no explanation. Yeah, it is a 7/7 for 4. That's a Hearthstone meme. Largely unimpressive specimen. Strange larva. Well, it becomes something. What does it become? It won't even tell me. Child 13. Or abandoned child. It does not die when sacrificed, but do you have the heart to try? Yes, I do. Just a cat, though? Cat by another name? I mean, I would much rather have this strange larva, although I have this goat. So, like, I guess the goats aren't permanent. So I should play as if the goats aren't permanent. We killed the boss. With the sound of the prospector's pickaxe still ringing in your ears, you carried onwards. The rank smell of rot and mold permeated the humid air. Every step forward was answered by some nearby slip slither. Tread cautiously into the wetland. Alright, we're in the wetlands. Level 2. Stalwart snapper. Defense. Porcupine. Ornery porcupine. Sharp quills await those who dare attack it, so that must be thorns. Kinda like. Curved mantis. Its prime claws strike both to the left and right. Oh, that seems good. These are both good. There's only 2 spots to put the mantis where it's actually good. I guess it doesn't attack ahead, which is weird. So let's just go with the porcupine. We still have this goat. I guess we just need raw cards though. This thing. want to see what this thing is. So we're going to go to the altar again, even though I think we need raw number of cards. All right. It won't let me put the goat's ability on something. So, should I give something flying? Or should I give them the strange larva ability? Kind of like the strange larva ability. Although, it's a tough one. Flying proved like a little bit bad. Although you can just deal 6 damage in a turn, right? Not. Let's go with just go with Porcupine. Your choice. Well, I think the best thing to have thorns on is this River Snapper. So, there you go. Now, what is this thing? The bug totem. That was. It's me. Hi, you. What have you got? These all transform. They're bees. Not the bee. Fledgling. Right, so imagine my larva is going to become something similar. These all fly. So I can just like I guess I can take the stoat out and he'll kill hopefully whatever this thing becomes. Total misplay. Thanks, stoat. Oh, it wasn't in the front row. Right. Does the bee transform on my turn or their turn? Their turn. So cool. The stoat is going to kill it. Not a total misplay. Just a dick. We will put this squirrel out. We don't actually have to play it, but it will. We'll just pass. Kill that. So it becomes a 2/3, which is like obviously not great. Grab a squirrel. We play the squirrel. We're going to play one of our flyers because they're both flyers. Mantis is going to attack sides, which means my stoat will just kill it without even taking damage. We are going to go with the wolf. We'll put it... I'll end up killing both. But this bee is the scary one, and the way it works out is we're going to kill this before it becomes an elder bee. So we'll put this here. And the mantis won't do damage. Oh no, the mantis will do damage to me directly. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I guess we pull a squirrel out. Do we want to get this raven? We're pretty far behind. Oh, you don't actually attack the other flying stuff. That's not how that works. Okay. We gotta attack this mantis, which means I may need to use this goat. We're gonna take 3 on the... We're gonna take 4 on the crackback. We're gonna deal 3 here, so we're not gonna die. I think we can afford to just hit play. Oh, we're going to take 5. So we're dead. Well, that was a mistake. I forgot that this thing was going to transform. I had done the math as if that got killed. All right. Well, we still have 1 candlelight. But we don't get the reward there, which kind of stinks. We were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares. Care to look at me pelt? I do care to look at your pelt. Trapper dealt in teeth. Type collected from battle. Wasn't aware I was collecting teeth. They are gained by dealing damage greater than what is needed to match. Okay, take a pelt free of charge. Habit pelt. Okay. Don't know what that does. See the quality? Yes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Leap? Wait, what do you mean I'm leap? Please can I bought this pelt. Thanks for your bit. Yeah, I bought your most expensive pelt. They appear to be useless in a fight, but he mentioned that the trader further down the path would reward you for them. Alright, well, who's the trader further down the path? What did that thing look like? What? Wait, I can just, like, go look around the room at any time? Interesting. Alright, let's explore. These are... No. Well, I extinguished a candle. Dark. Wolf totem. There is... I just pulled teeth out of this skull. A globe that doesn't look like the real world. So, that's something. Okay. Here. Don't know what. What's the witching out? Morning. Stuff. There's a dagger on the wall, a hammer on the wall, dark spot. Let's keep. I don't want to do a battle. Go to this fire because we've never seen it. Came across a small group of survivors. These are those figures that we just saw on the wall. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm by the fire, that will enhance its power, said another. You notice one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. So... just one. So it's like a 1 in 5 chance that I lose this card. But I'm upping its attack power. So... I mean, probably getting a cheap 2/3 is like one of the better things I can do, but this River Snapper is like pretty decent. So... yeah, cheap 2/6 with thorns is just better than a cheap 2/3. I don't know even what I was saying. The fire warmed the poor River Snapper, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached toward it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the River Snapper away from the fire. Alright, this is that same totem that we did before. Though it doesn't look the same, does it? Guardian, when an opposing creature... so they're all just going to come into the lane that I play my thing in. Rabbit pelt, useless in battle, but I think it's gonna... can I sacrifice it? I probably can sacrifice it. So that's good. Feel like... well, first let's test if we can sacrifice it. Right? No, we can't. Okay. So I just played this on the board for nothing, and it's gonna get destroyed. Play the larva. And then next turn we might be goading out this River Snapper. Because I misunderstood the rules. You take 2. Oh, this is gonna... it's gonna have to get full-on Butterfree? That's not good. That's not good. Alright. Let's just... do I sacrifice it? What is this? Bullfrog? I don't care. I think I do have to goat out something, which sucks. Because you're like wasting mana, but I don't have any 3 mana plays anyway, so this is as good as it could be. I really should have put it here because this was gonna attack the rabbit pelt. I just didn't know what would do what, but I guess this one couldn't move over that. Like, really only one choice. Mothman. Oh, that's sick. Well, does it make a difference if I get squirrels or not squirrels? Yeah, it does. Because I could theoretically want to sacrifice one of these guys, even though I don't right now. Mr. Mantis killing my guy. Mothman's about to hit him for 7, though. We're putting it here so we don't take damage from this, even though I think it's about to end any second. How did I get a B? I don't remember getting a B. And why do I have this B? Also, how is he not dead from Mothman being a boss? Bees don't cost anything, but they're not that good. Cat don't cost anything either, but also not good. Although I guess it just like completely locks down. If I play it, it's probably best to just, I think this just ends the game. Somehow killing bees gets me bees. Wow, that's a ton of gold teeth I just got. Just farming gold teeth over here. All right. What is this? A gravestone? Oh, it was a question mark. Encountered a small outpost in the woods tended by a mysterious woman. It was the trader that the old trapper mentioned. Appearance was unsettling, but you were mollified by her offering. You mind if I examine those pelts of yours? The whole reason I bought them. Start with your hair pelts. Here's what I can offer. Ooh. Okay. Raven egg becomes the 2-3. Wolf cub becomes the 3-2. Black goat seems like the best thing to get. Just having a permanent black goat in your deck is probably really good. Now, it takes up one of your draws, but that a golden pelt, magnificent. Right, it is. Packrat. Packrat was a format defining card. Sorry about the rolling. When a card bearing the sigil is played, you will receive a random item as long as you have less than 3 items. Oh, that seems good. I mean, what is Gek? Doesn't do anything? The free 1/1 that good? I mean, Urayuli is going to cost me a black goat and a squirrel, but it's really good. The items, I don't even know what they are. I mean, they could be black goats. Let's go with the Packrat, just to learn more. Like, well, this is leaning into our thing, but if I could get the black goat power on the cat, that would be sick. And I don't know if that's even possible. Let's lean into it. Let's see if we can get the black goat power on the cat. Yeah. You'll go? Well, what do you think that that's being like? I guess we can't get it on the cat, but it's a black goat that's gonna do something. All right, I guess why not? What an honor. Yeah, I know, dude. It like just slightly upgraded our black goat and took a card out of our deck, which is like gonna draw the black goat more often now, right? So okay, but okay, so there's cat, wolf, pack rat. So squirrel, play out the cat. What do they have? A 1/1 coyote and a wingfisher. But we don't want our cat to like, oh, wherever I play this, something is gonna move to it. Oh, but these fly, so it doesn't matter, which is weird. I don't know. What is Waterborne? A card bearing this sigil submerges itself during its opponent's turn while submerge opposing creatures. Alright, so I will always attack over it as if I had flying. Put this over here. And then we can't draw anything. We're just going to get hit for 3, 4. We are behind. Yeah, if I don't get a squirrel, I'm dead. I'm going to take 4. So I have 1 health left. Am I just dead? I may just be dead. Because if I deal this, yeah, I'm actually just dead. There's no way out of this. Unless... Well, this is 3, actually. 3 damage. So if I gain 3, I can take... So I guess... That's fine. I'm not just dead. No, I'm gonna take 4. Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, I'm just dead. It didn't matter. I needed to see what the pack rat would have given me, but if I do it at this point... I guess I could have put this cat in the way of this kingfisher. I didn't realize... I thought it was gonna move over towards me, but it just didn't. Okay, so we died. That's our first run in the books. Alas, time for you to perish. Kansas Creek. Not me controlling anything. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory, though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, ask you a favor. Would like a memento. Your very own death card. Quite plain at the moment. We'll work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. Wow, we can put them to good use. He knows that medium is an instant card game players. Each choose a card to draw the cost from. They have the same cost. Cost of 2 blood from the wolf. And another. This time I will use its power and health. The numbers. Well, 2/6 is better than any of those other things. Looks a lot like a river snapper right now. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. This sigil or both of these? See if it's both. Sigil of many lives and a sigil of stinky. Sigil of stinky is a funny funny phrase. I never did ask you your name. Am I gonna get to name a new card every time? See. There is now but one final matter, the portrait. Oh, it's actually gonna kill you and put you on a card. You do not need to smile. Oh, I guess that's how they made the stoat. That's the lore, guys. That's the lore. Here we go again. Well, he's talking... Oh, no. Another challenger. I was saying he's talking as if I'm the same person. Perhaps I can understand bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes for any reason. Okay. Oh. Oh. I don't need to do anything super fancy, right? If I put the stoat here, it just dies, right? It doesn't attack that because it's in the back. So, I don't know. Like, should I... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't do that. I gained a bone. You will not lose this until it's spent or the battle ends. But this doesn't need blood, so I can't. Let's bop it, see what happens. Yeah, so it doesn't attack that. And now it's gonna die. Okay. At least now I can play the thing. Sure. Stoat was not happy. this. Oh, wait. Man. Kill the rattler. Have more bones. Take 4. You did. All right. Oh. What? I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. Is it? Inside the safe. Oh, now this is full of just all the cards I've ever seen. Going on here? Whirl. Quite understand. Okay. That was the only one I... Different one? Oh. $9.99, not good enough. 666, that not evil enough. 123, the kind of code an idiot would have on his luggage. All right. Well, yes. Putting this back down. Let us continue. So this time I'm a different figurine, but I don't know what that means yet. Meager coyote, but what did you expect for only 4 bones? 4 bones is a lot. Various rattler. Brittle creature, cast. Cockroach. Unkillable cockroach. It returns to your hand after dying. It costs 4 bones. It's just like a free mana every 4 creatures. Which is pretty good. But I feel like we fall behind on damage the way I was playing last game. So let's try this rattler. No, you're free to get up again. Keep your blood flowing. Dreamer tips. Go to the bag. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air, if only for a turn. Some bone tokens for a rainy. Okay. You deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards. Terminate. Thank you. Let's take it. Free kill spell. Are you smart or something? He usually doesn't even bother teaching about bones. Alright, here's a tip. I saw a past victim writing a passcode in the rulebook. The rulebook? 7-3. Alright, well. Can we get up in the middle of this fight? No. So we have to win this fight. That is the new stakes. This game. 2-1-2-1. If we do the stoat like I said, regular, nothing special here. Because I feel like progressing the game is very important. I'm gonna use my squirrel up. We're just gonna throw a wolf out there. And then hopefully we draw some kind of well, I guess I could just put the stoat out there and kill a coyote. Kind of makes sense. I don't know if it's a bat. Keep me alive. Yeah, sure, buddy. I don't purposely kill my cards except to play other cards. Well, I don't even know if the math. Yeah, I should have put it there to get more gold teeth. Crap. If you desire it, you may stand now. Thanks for reminding me. It will allow me time to plan. Plan. Dungeon Master. I am no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. Allows me time to plan your next encounter. But you keep your hands off my possessions. Well, 237. is calling. I don't know if it's top to bottom or bottom to top. So how did I miss this? Apparently not top to bottom. Oh, 3 would stay in the same spot, wouldn't it? Also apparently not 7. Did I just incorrectly remember it? Is the rule book? 273. Ah, 273. Beginning of many of the best phone numbers. I actually don't know where 273 comes from, but a lot of my friends that. All right, there we go. Stink bug. Got stinky. I wasn't sure if I would ever escape. Oh, it's another person. That Iron Crypt. Is the Stoat around? Oh, he's got a name, the Stoat. The Stunted Wolf. I haven't seen them. Madness must end. Put that away. Put away. I didn't take anything. This. Does it know? Bet you the wolf. Or I guess maybe. Oh, key. I forgot I got a key. Till I saw the key. What? What is going on? Deal 5 damage. I mean, 5 damage. Ink. Forgot that I put that there. Very well. You may add it to your deck, and I'll deal you 1 every so often. Okay, so we got a new card. Cool. Then this is another puzzle. We have to do 5 damage again. Have a total of 2, 4, 7, 8. We're gonna want to do this. Slide them? No, I can't just slide it. Can I slide it down? No. Oh, because there's gold bars across. Okay. So, like, this changes nothing. Then, can't slide things. Right? So, I'm not going to deal enough damage here. 3, 4. And then, I'm going to get blocked. As is this. This is 1. Oh, this is 5. Right. Wait, what? 2? Am I confused? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is it attacking this thing? Doesn't even make sense. That is not how it worked in the game. Right? Am I crazy? What is being blocked that I don't realize is being... I have to do that. What? Oh, the skink must do something weird that I didn't realize. Formidable creatures, those ants. Very well, I will add them to your deck and make them available for future challenges. All right, we got some ants. Now more puzzles, but... Okay, let's... I don't know what the skink... The skink was like... I don't know. I don't understand what happened, but... What is this, an ant? Ant? The power of ants, the number of ants on the board? That would be my guess. Can't move that. No, it looks like you can move that. Yeah, so it is the number of ants on the board. This would be 4 now. Can't move that up. And these all get blocked. But... Oh, I remember this... The The skink just doesn't do damage. This increased the number of ants on the board. No. Interesting. I can move this. I think this is the solution. Yeah. Ooh, the caged wolf. Is this the stunted wolf? Curious. Doesn't even say anything. Okay, just curious. Cool. Last puzzle. The mantis attacks both directions, so like if you you can't move that. This is thorns. I don't suppose there's any reason not to have it here, right? So like whatever. Obviously you don't want that there. You want this here. Can't move that. How much damage is this? 2. So oh. Wait a minute. The skink must block to the left or right. Damage happen left to right? I wonder? No, right? Why that was 5, I have no idea. It was just the only piece that could have moved. That was like a deductive. Did what I thought was right. Without having met her, this wood carving is... Time you will understand its power. Alright. There's some boss or something. I've unlocked this entire thing. Maybe. I am not in the business of putting out candles. I want to keep candles lit. There's something over here that I have yet to look at. It's a pulley system with a squirrel. I don't have like an inventory. Can't alter my deck. You would think that that squirrel goes in here, but I guess not. Is that the room where he throws me, or is that outside? The room where he throws me. All right, squirrel beehive. Let's read what the skink does real quick. Can't click those. Bifurcated strike. Strike each opposing space to left and right. Yes. Bifurcated, obvious. Where's the skink thing? I guess we could just draw the skink and figure it out. Like, I'm sort of interested as to why that worked, that last solution, but I mean, whatever. Let's just keep playing. All right. You had enough time to plan, sir. Bullfrog, Rattler. Me. All right. I was a powerful card. Let's take it. Okay. So this is the altar. This is powering up one card's attack, or at least it was last time. We have a lot of cards in our deck now. Looks like a Futurama image. Oh, this isn't something that I can actually attack with. I can sell this. I see. These ants are gonna suck. Although the ant queen... Ah, so she is always gonna come with it. We have a bunch of items, right? So let's thin our deck a little. Let's just power our cards up. 'Cause you know what? We actually run out of cards a fair bit. Group of starving survivors stood around a dying campfire. There is room for a creature around the fire. The warmth will enhance its health. One of the survivors said nothing at all, but could not. Well, no way. Are you sure, Mr. Stoat? How could you not want to do that? I mean... Oh, it doesn't have thorns anymore? It just has Stinky and infinite sacrifice? I mean, making this have 2 more health would be pretty good. Oh, let's see what the skink does. When a card bearing the sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place and a card bearing the sigil moves to the right. Okay, that's... I think that makes sense as to what was going on. Well, this guy's talking. Oh. He's just stinky. He doesn't really do much. I almost want to upset the stoat just to do it, but I feel like best to power up this guy. So it sticks around the longest. Although this wolf is probably pretty good to get strong. But by the same in I think a 3/4. It's like one of the strongest cards I've seen yet, a 3/4. The health of the wolf was enhanced by the warmth. As one of the survivors began pulling a knife from their pocket, you withdrew. Yes, I did. Well, I don't think we've won this fight yet. Let's try it out. The crow. Bite milk. Friend freed me. Well, basically told him how to do it. You got a plan? Have another friend here. You got to be, I wouldn't call him a friend, but I suppose we are in deep this time. That. Mr. Stoat, get out here. I guess it's gonna move into my row no matter what. No, I'm not sure, but I already clicked it. Why didn't this move into my row? I guess it has to be in the front row already. An opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space. A card bearing the sigil will move to that empty space. Yeah, you. Whatever. Doesn't matter now. So we need 2 bones. We have no way to get bone. I'm gonna play a squirrel. And next turn we'll draw a card and hope that it doesn't cost bones. Take 2. Goat and Mr. Skunk are now closed forever. Well, I guess I can sacrifice this even though it does nothing. And that will allow me to play my bony cards. It did hop over. That's something. I have 3 bones. I think this is the thing to do. Back in the game. That's not the... it's back in the New York group. I could sacrifice this, right? I probably can't. That's why it's caged. Draw. Let's see what we got. Ant Queen. I see the way this is going. I concede? What? You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this match the slow way. Okay. I don't think I mean, I probably was gonna win, but that's interesting. You came across a hobbled man standing beside some boulders. Caught me off guard. I'm not supposed to see me till further down the road. I see. Say, I like me a gamble. If and you can pick a boulder that has gold in it, you can... the gold sucked last time. But rule of the left. Golden pelt. Gold. Barely abide giving it to you. But a promise is a promise where I'm from. You got the golden pelt. Very lucky man. Right now we have tooth. Oh, wait. I just now realized. So I have this card, the Caged Wolf. Also gold teeth here that have replenished. Oh, was a little creepy when you turned this guy. This hasn't changed. That's still going strong. This is the only thing, and like, I didn't go through the whole rule book, but there's no times posted. Hey, wait, that's yeah, that's safe. Tell me if you see red. I don't. So I guess there's nothing. All right, we'll continue. Altar or backpack? Altar. Power up my deck. So in a card game, whenever you can make your deck smaller and more powerful, that is better than anything else. So this has a lot of shit on it. And I kind of like the idea of putting the Ant Queen out and having it be... Oh, wait, whoa. That is not how it's going to work. Like, this is one of my strongest cards, right? I don't... Yeah, it's one of my strongest cards just on power and toughness. Like, I don't want to get rid of it. Let's get the flying blocker out somewhere. And I would guess that this is probably the best thing to put that on. Just like the brick wall card is what this is going to end up being. Can I get you anything? Want another read? So I'm starting this battle with a golden pelt, which I don't want. It's a junk card. Cross from 2/1/2 sparrows. I have a stoat and a squirrel. I can get 1 bone this turn. And I suppose I'm gonna. These sparrows will just fly over the golden pelt, so like doesn't actually gain you anything to block up a... Yo, so you are always wrong about whether or not it's a bad play. You are Ofer. What is this? Leader. Creatures adjacent to a card bearing the sigil gain 1 power. Oh no, that's not good. Well, I think I gotta just cut that thing up or I'm dead. That's how I feel. Let's see, maybe sacrificing the stoat will get us somewhere. No, it does not. I mean, I could put out the possum after killing the stoat, but what's the point? So I think I'm just laying out the golden pelt here. Although I'm going to take 4 in the air and I'm just dead. All right, let's just kill this thing. Alpha, no thank you. It won't let me cut it. Please, allow me to cut. I don't want to cut that. I want to cut the alpha. I guess you can only cut things in the front row. So I'm going to take 4. I'm already at -1, so I'll just die. So I have to weight the scales with a tooth. Gotta gain 1. Pass the turn. There's more than 1 alpha. I see. That's not good either. So we put out the squirrel. Oh, the stoat won't die. Oh no, but then, or the stoat will die. Okay, this is the play. Put this here. Use our bones. Play the possum. We don't actually need to cut this. Gonna kill our possum one way or another, so we'll wait. Because this will attack this. This will attack that. There's nothing I could pull out of my deck that is... You have me here. I surrender. What? Oh, is he out of cards? If he's out of cards, then I do have him. Because I play a squirrel in front of this guy every turn, and I slowly tip the scales. So he must have been out of cards. There must be a way to see that, though. The Pernicious Vulture, a Tyrant of the Skies. That looks like a good card. The Raven Egg. Nascent Raven. It's no less conniving. Incubation. I do think I want the Raven because I need stuff. The Mantis is... Nah, the Raven. Raven's strong. Let's fill our backpack up. Black Goat is really good. How many bones is that? 4? I think the Black Goat is just too good. Make all my creatures flying or block something. I think I like the squirrel. I've just had trouble getting cards out. Being able to draw from my actual... My boss battles are high stakes. Tests of your aptitude. One flame, you will either overcome them or die. You're not. We'll let you keep the smoke? What does that mean? Ah, so if you get to a boss battle with 2 flames, you get the smoke. Incessant clank, clank, clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure. It's the miner again. Was the prospector. Hee-haw. Alright, so the prospector is like the first. Prospector boss, again. Yes, again. So the Stoat can survive the Coyote hit. I can actually play 2 things in a turn. And I think I want to get the Raven out, but I want to also be... Oh, is this just... This just dies and gets you bones? And it's free? Can I sacrifice it for blood, though? Like what does this do? Yes, I can. Okay, so I can get the Stoat out and not worry. I can also get the Raven out. I can also get the Worker Ant out. I think I want to get the Worker Ant out. And the Stoat out. So... Let's get the Worker Ant there. Let's put the Stoat here. And then we could just play the Raven. In fact, I think we're supposed to, and this is a boss battle, so let's do it. And then next turn, we'll just draw off the top of our deck, because we have a full board. Enough! Ant Queen. Oh, that's pretty sick. I actually think it's fine to just attack here instead of playing the Ant Queen. Our Stoat will die. But... Well, maybe that's a reason not to do it. But we don't have another thing to sacrifice that's... Yeah. Let's just do it this way. Takes 2. And then we can actually just pass the turn. Although, without a full hand, without killing this pack mule, are we just, like, not gonna win? No, we will because of the Ant Queen. Like, the Ant Queen is gonna generate us enough cards that we should be fine. And we also have an open spot. Ooh, I didn't realize that. We have the goat to use. This is never gonna damage this, which sucks. I mean, we just gotta get the Ant Queen out this turn. And we might as well set up... Well, I guess it doesn't... Yeah, because we're gonna draw an ant. We're just probably gonna play ants the rest of the game. Put that there. Ant Queen. And then don't get the leftover blood tokens. Power in numbers. The Ants Creed. True. Alright. Pop that wolf cub. Get him. Alright, he's just clearing space for our board. Draw... Field card? Can already play the worker ant? Alright, so what does the skink do again? Hold on, read it. A card bearing the sigil would be struck. A tail is created in its place, and a card bearing the sigil. This sigil moves to the right. So it doesn't die. But it can't move to the right, so it's not going to do anything. We want to do as much damage to this thing as we can. Let's just pop a squirrel down. This. Next turn, we're probably going to have to draw a squirrel. Wait, why didn't... You only get one ant? Oh, I thought you get an ant every turn. I thought it was like gonna churn out ants. Well, that was bad. Draw the squirrel. Play the skink. Kill this dog. Hit him for 1. Now have another slot. Draw this. Caged wolf. It costs 2 blood to play, so I'm just not gonna play it. Take 1. It doesn't kill me, right? Yeah. Yeah, so we'll just kill this pack mule. Get a bunch of cards. Next turn we'll be all set. Egg nabbit. I think we've got this. Rat King. Ugh. Bat. Well, we have a bunch of bones. So we got a squirrel, a cat, and a bat, and a rat king. Let's just kill this. I guess the Death Adder isn't even scary. So like we just kind of trump them by playing this. Don't get ahead of yourself. You need to draw a card first. Oh. Okay. Draw this. Oh, it's me. Yeah, it's just free to play this. Like, I want to get rid of this Ant Queen, but not at the cost of, like, cards and damage, right? Like, oh, did I just kill them? I don't even know how I killed them. Oh, because the bat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let me relight your candles. Thank you. Whoops. If only I was better at this. Very well. You may choose a rare card. Strange larva. The uninspiring Gek. Perhaps you can find a use for it. It's sort of implying that it transforms here. I don't know how you make it transform. I guess if I give it this ability. I see. I'm gonna take this Gek. I have a plan. After the harrowing encounter with the prospector, you gather yourself and continue onward. Alright, let me see. Back in the swamp. We need to get to this altar for the Gek plan. Buzzing and chirping of insects drowned out. Died. Sound of our footfall. The wetland. So... The tragic Rat King. Their tangled bodies become corpses. You will gain 4 bones. Oh, yes. This is the idea. So, we are going to take the Raven Egg's soul. Put it inside of the Gek. No, I don't want you stink. Kill you. Not you. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's... It seems like that's the joke. Can smell like popcorn. that is. Ant and ant queen and squirrel. No. My comments. Talking to me from off stream. All right, so this ant will kill this thing, and I won't have to worry about it. But it's gonna transform. But it's always gonna fly over me. So I think we just need to get in front of this thing like ASAP. I'll scratch it. And we're done with our turn because we. So we're just gonna grab a squirrel. And we want it. It's not gonna die. We could just play it out. But like, I guess we could theoretically make a mistake where we play it. Whatever. I'm gonna do it and see if it comes back to bite me. That's a 2/3. When I play the ant queen this turn, I'm gonna change things a little bit. But am I gonna do enough damage to not die? I actually might just be dead. I'll gain 1, take 2, and what am I at? Show me the scale. Don't like that I can't see the scale. Looks like there's one thing here and can't even count. But I took 2. Then I took 2, so I should be at 4. Which means I take 1, deal 1, they'll be alive. This is a cool feeling deck, I gotta say. I'm gonna deal 2. Take or 3. Fuck. I can't get up to 6 bones. I have to cut something. Just cut this. Back it even. This squirrel. Play it. We're gonna take 2. Fine. I think we win. Draw this. Ugh. Oh, 9 is enough to win from any state, isn't it? That's good. We get a card. River Otter. Elusive Otter. Merges itself during my turn. Reginald. I have a feeling I gotta pick Reginald. Because it's somebody else. Yeah. I feel like that progresses the story, but maybe I'm wrong. Ooh. Is there anything I want to really get up and... No, there's not. Where's this salesperson? Hope I didn't skip them by accident. I just used up my scissors, so I'm gonna go to the backpack. Bones seems good. I've been unable to play Bones creatures a bunch of times. One tooth may be the difference between life and death. And squirrel. We just have like a utility box now. There's me. I think I'm gonna play anything on this turn. You want to play your skink on the left, but like... I guess that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't think it really matters. Play the skink, pop them, get one ahead. The bees. Well, the bees will never hit me, so this skink will never move. Interesting. If it would die? No, would be struck. Okay. I'm just like, kind of gonna fall a little bit behind for a second. But next turn, gonna do good. Draw squirrel. We'll play the Ant Queen, or will we play Zamgief? Ant Queen I can get. Zamgief is just good, right? Yeah, Zamgief is good. Back those two. Play it here. That blocks the mantis and kills this bee. Then we can actually play the Ant Queen, can't we? But then our skink won't kill mantis. Could also play the squirrel out, but I think we're doing fine. Maybe not though. We go up and take 2 points of damage, and we'll be taking 1, 2, 3 points of damage. All right, so let's emergency squirrel. Place this here, and then leave that. Points. Yes, we want a squirrel. I think we win now. I think they're gonna concede. Beehive. We've never killed the beehive, so I don't know what even happens. Draw from our real deck, so it doesn't have anything to say. Oh, we get the bee when we kill the beehive. I think we did that in another game, and I didn't realize that's what had happened. All right, new card. I don't really care about this river otter. Blocking flying has seemed really important. Go here. Maybe we can give one of our really good things blocking flying. I mean, that was the idea. Yes. Do it. You want something with a lot of health. I think this is the best bet. We haven't even drawn it once. And like I said, it might be the best card I've seen. In another fight. There it is. After I lamented not drawing it, we finally got it. But I think these do fly and they submerge on your turn, so you kind of have to block them. Interesting. Do we win this fight? This doesn't seem good for us. If I get this Rattler out, we win. So I think this is what we're doing. Because we got to get the Rattler out. And then next turn, we'll probably stack the bird just to get bones. Oh. Why did I think that that wouldn't attack me? Oh, that was very poorly played. That is going to cost us our lives. Because I should have played that there. To the right. Well, it's... I guess we have another flame. But we're about to take 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just die. No matter... Well, I guess this is here. He knows I'm dead. Well, there goes a flame. Fuck that one up. I hoped for more. Me too, buddy. Too. This is the trapper. This is the person who we're going to sell this golden pelt to. I have the most... Oh no, he's the person we're going to take the pelts from? I don't want pelts. I don't even want the first one. The golden pelt. Is this a boss fight or is this the person I'm gonna... Like a tough fight, whatever it is. He like wants me to kill him. See what happens. Let's see what happens. I don't know. They seem like they want to interact. Nope, nothing special. All right. I think putting two friends' souls inside of each other would... Foul smell invaded your nostrils and caused your throat to seep. Hulking man sat by the brackish pond with his feet submerged in the dark water. He pulled a hook from a pile of rotting fish and rose to his feet. I am the angler. Go fish. Okay. Well, I got me, and I got the Gek. Gek is free, and it transforms. So, there's that. I think I'm just going to play Zamgief next turn. So, I'm just going to play out the Gek. See what he's got. Kingfisher. Which I'm never going to be able to kill. So, let's just play out the Gek. See what that transforms into. Save the squirrel. And just pass. So, it's even. Which fish? Hard choose. Oh, what did that do? I transformed into an elder yak, but I also have a fish hook on me. I said I needed a squirrel to play Zamgief. I meant it. New fish, easy choose. Know what that means. Doesn't make a difference which one I put this in front of. Let's put it in the middle. Take new fish, easy. What the hell does that mean? Okay, so the newest fish she's gonna hook. Whatever that means. We also just dealt 5 damage to him. Go fish. Bait bucket, bait bucket, bait bucket. This is free. Back on the board. Stinky Stoat. We deal 1. Go. Oh, shit. Those are big old sharks. I see. 3. I think they're dead. Well, this will block, but I think they're also dead. Because this is going to be 3 damage now. Got him. So, cost me a tooth, but need a light. That's a StarCraft. The prudent pack rat. Yeah, I do like having lots of stuff. Will my gap remain permanently? I mean, it was free. It was pretty good. I'll take the pack rat. And we'll try to, like, put his ability on somebody else. Considered one of the angler's catches as a meal, but the rank odor deterred you. Dinner would have to wait. Gust of wind billowed. Welcome me. You of the falling snow failed to distract you from the chill in your bones. Ascended to the snow. Let's get our new card, and then maybe get up from this table and see. Sea vulture, coyote, moose buck, regal moose. The creatures of the wild make way for it. Hefty. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. Creatures in the way will be pushed in the same direction. I see. I kind of like that. We have a lot of things that cost bones that we already aren't playing very well, so let's go with the moose buck. And I'll just remove a card from my deck. Let's get up like I said we would. This hasn't changed. Coral beehive. Did all that. Tooth. Globe to be spun. Nothing else new. Did all these. This, like... Yeah, so we have the squirrel head. Don't know what putting that out. Load up. I mean, the only thing left is the clock, and think he's gonna kill me just for doing this. All right. What time is it right now? 9:54. What is the third hand? Second hand? This is the actual. But I think 273 works on this too. The guy's favorite number. Okay, well, let's keep playing. We've been drawing some stinkers. Combine our cards into some not stink. Like, yeah, let's see if we can grow this skink up. I don't really want to grow the rattler up. Oh, maybe you can grow the worker ant into an ant queen? That would be pretty sick. Yeah, the problem is we have all these pelts. Grow the skink, like I said. I don't know what that's gonna do. I assume it's just gonna give it +1/+1. Me again. 2 golden pelts. How great. Turkey warbler, a mole. An empty space would be struck. A card bearing the sigil will move to that space to receive the strike in. Alright, well, golden pelts don't do shit. I'm going to attack it, and the mole won't attack. So, put this in the way. This thing. Spot, you sure? Sacrifice you right. Take 2 from the turkey. I mean, I gotta draw a bones card if I'm gonna win. Did these fly? They're gonna. Just like annoyed that these pelts do nothing. In with these gold pelts. I think I skipped the shop without realizing it. So, Probably can't. Box it. I think so. Nothing I could have. When will a worthy challenger appear? Not sure, dude. Not sure. Going into the cave. You arrived at the inky black mouth of a cave. But strange something. It spoke. Pass one of my trials, and I will be yours. Creatures will be drawn from your deck. They will decide failure. It spoke again, but first you will. My card. Left. Trial of Power. Strong cards must have at least 4 attack power combined to pass. Oh shit, I have a lot of ways to fail that. Trial of Health. The drawn cards must have at least 6 health combined to pass. I'm better off picking that one. Trial of Blood. Actually don't have a lot of blood. Easily passed. We could take an ant, take a Death Touch Wolf Cub, take a Coyote. I think ant is the best bet. Habited Worker ant. Go to this fire. Pump our cards up. Like I said, oh, just health. Pick something else. You got it. I mean, Death Touch and high health is like way to go, right? Reginald? Made a hasty retreat with my Reginald. I think they can eat. I don't know. I haven't beaten this yet. The Trapper is there again and I want to avoid them. Let's go here. Trapper just forces me to buy stuff. I don't want else. And against the stinky big buck little mold man. 1 power guys are gonna suck. Of course. That's what I have. That and shitters. So this is gonna move to here, so I talk. And the turn. They're not gonna move? All right. We are starting off behind. Real card. Oh my god. Just all dead bullshit. I can't even play a card that gets out onto the battlefield. I guess I could play this opossum. Deal 1. I may need to do that actually. Oh. The mole man. Kind of stinky. Need a real card. Not the worst. Alright, so we'll play squirrel. Play skink. We'll pass the turn. We're dead though. Oh. Hard to call it cow. Dead? That's pretty cool. I don't know how I survived this. I guess I can just chump block here? Have another tail to give. But I am going to attack this. Let's just chump block. We're just like kind of gathering bones. Okay, so now that it's not there, let's do nice top deck. I don't know if that's true. Like I can play it. Gain what? Uh, Play it and deal 1 to the moose buck. I don't have anything that deals 6, so it's not even getting ahead. If I take any damage, I'm dead. I do not know. Guess I just pass. Why that wasn't that pointing the other direction? Bones. Pelts are fucking killing me. Nothing we could do. All right, so my deck just isn't good enough here. And as you play through this more and more, you'll just get deck size. There goes my last. End of your rope. I think this is going to be my last game on stream. So you're hanging out. Thank you for joining. Ooh, the camera. And oh, do you really think that was gonna work? Do you have any idea what the camera is capable of? Dad. So if I can get him well lit, take a picture of him. Good. Build my death card. Please choose a card to draw the cost from. No cost sounds good. Cost of free from the golden pelt. Yes. And another. This I will use its power and health. The numbers. That's not good. And 0 power and 2 health from the worker ant. This card sucks. Now choose a card which will extract the sigils. So a free card that makes a worker ant in my hand that I can sacrifice to play the worker ant. Like a free worker ant. We could also make a free 1/2 blocking fire. Now let's go with this. So it'll be a free 2/2. Never did ask you your name. Guess we should like not like we should do something else. It'd be cool if I had a lot of viewers. Those things. This one's gonna be Greg. One thing now remains. I must capture your visage. Got it. Say cheese. Cheese. So end up back in front of him. You always get a score. Perhaps I'll make it farther than the foot of the totem. Not wood. Oh, he gave us a fish thing. A gift from the angler. He was defeated. Unfortunate if you were to fall to the prospector before he was given that. This hook is powerful. You may steal one of my cards with it. For that reason, you will not find any others. What? Interesting. It seems the lowly stink bud has made its way in. The stoat looks way different now. But it is dealt, so my deck is garbage. I have a caged wolf that I can't do anything. Bug and a bull. Well, this will be a fun run when I get to it. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna play this game a bunch. It seems cool. And maybe I'll play Magic this weekend in the challenge. By this weekend, I mean tomorrow. I'll probably just play a standard Goblins deck. Goblins is actually pretty well positioned right now. It seems
but usually that's not true for challenges. I got 30 bucks to burn, so we'll do it. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you're watching on YouTube, consider coming to follow on Twitch. You can hang out, talk to us while we're actually playing. That's the best. And I'll see you guys next time.